Retro is live. Who do we got here? Do we got anybody waiting for us? Oh yeah, we got a couple people. Who we got in here? We got. I think the theme of tonight should be killer marketplace deals because about. It's funny. It was almost strategic. Hemi Nate's in the house. Hello, Hemi Nate. You and somebody. It's so far. Well, it was you and somebody else, and then somebody else left. They will be back. Sometimes it takes a couple minutes for people to come in here. Sometimes it takes a couple minutes to show the numbers. But Hemi Nate, you're here. Hey Terry, how you doing, my friend? The thumbnail, it's funny. I was going to change it with my new one. I've got a new one with me standing beside General Lee, but I didn't get around to it. So thank you. I'm glad I didn't change it if you like it. Right before this live stream started, I came across a deal of the week on Marketplace that thankfully one of us got. If it's a car that I have, I farm it out to my friends, obviously, right? I farm it out to you guys. I sent it to several people. It was, you guys won't believe this. This will be up post edit tomorrow. I'm putting a picture up. It'll be right. It's reversed on me, my new computer, because it's full screen. It'll be right here. Check that out, guys. What he got was the Ertl 1 of 18 Smokey and the Bandit. It doesn't have a box, guys, but it still had all the strapping around it. And it comes with the antenna. And he got it for $50. Hello, Craig Jones. Giuliano got it. So he got for $50 on Marketplace a Smokey and the Bandit. And it's brand new. It just doesn't have a box. It's still, he's got to cut the straps off it when he gets it. Now, the only thing mentioned wrong with this Bandit car was, I think I sent it to you, Nate, too, or I sent it to a group of people. Usually I send it, you've probably gotten some from me before, Nate. It's the one bad thing that it said, guys, when it said that it had a little bit of paint rash. As far as I know, all of the Smokey and the Bandit Ertls had paint rash, or nearly all of them, like a big chunk of them. So if you have one with paint rash, it's not the end of the world. And that's what I told Giuliano. And one of the things he was smart to ask, because he was looking the pictures over before he pulled the trigger, and he said, "Is this thing missing the T-roofs?" And I said, "It's not. It doesn't come with T-roofs." And he said, and I said, "Yeah, missing the T-roofs or the CB antenna, even for $50, that would have been a deal killer. But this thing is mint, guys." I'm going to put up the picture post edit so you guys could see it. I saw the Ertl truck with the SO. Oh, that's a good deal too, Nate. That's another one. I sent that to a few people. That might have been the one that I sent. This one here, the Ertl Bandits in Stony Creek, local too. That's another thing. The guy's got a bunch of cars, but the Smokey one was the one that jumped out, obviously. Do you need a Smokey car, Hemi Nate? Do you have one yet? Because if you don't, when I see one again, it'll go to you, because I have lists for cars for certain people. Obviously, I have a silver screen General Lee list that when I find them, I send the deals to people. One of those, actually, it wasn't a silver screen machine, but it was the one right below it. It was the Ertl Authentics. One of those sold in the box this week, $175. For $175. Now it's not the silver screen machines generally. It's got the headrests and it's got the chrome accents and it's got the different numbers and different font. But for $175, like, you don't even get the Ertl one for that price, like just the basic Ertl with the flag box, right? You're lucky to get that for $175. And a happy birthday, General Lee. If I would have got to this on time, I'd have sold something to get it. $200 in the box. Oh, that one hurt me, guys, to miss that one. Wow, that's a heavyweight car. So we got 6 people in here so far. I don't have the what's that? I don't have the Ertl, just the new Maisto. I would like the Ertl. Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, if I see one, I'm gonna send it to you now that I know I would, because you're a guy that has everything, so I might have thought that you had it already. Yeah, if I see that, I'm gonna send it to you. You're now on my smoky list. Because yeah, $50 for that was a steal. There's actually one in where is it? For 130 and it's mint and it has a CB antenna, but it's loose. But then there's one for 150 mint in the box. The 150 is a good deal too. Because they're going up in value, those Smoky and the Bandits, because the Bandit one was only made by Ertl in one of 18, I believe. Or wait, Greenlight made the Bandit 2. I think Artisan made Bandit 1, but nothing open. Was that it? I believe that's what it is. So, if I'm right about that, actually, but that would still make Ertl the one to go to because everything opens. And that's one that you got to see the engine on it. Something like Roscoe's car, I don't mind not seeing the engine, you know? 9 people in the house now. We're talking about marketplace deals, killer deals. I helped my friend Giuliano earlier get a $50 1 of 18 scale Smoky and the Bandit Ertl. Mint, it had the straps on it still. Came with the CBN. It just didn't have a box, but it was still strapped. $50 and it's local, Stony Creek. Unreal. Because usually every time I send something to Giuliano, it's something awesome, but it's always far away. So this worked out perfect, and he messaged the guy and closed it right away. He did his homework, made sure that it was all good, and he closed it. A problem would be I don't drive. Hopefully local could get it from you in the future. Oh yeah, if I seen one local around here, I could grab it for you. Another trick that I do, Nate, that I always do it all the time, and about 3 times out of 10 that it'll work, is if something's out of town and I don't want to pay postage on it, like it's something that I want, but it's not quite something I want to pay postage on, I'll ask if they come to Stony Creek. Like, oh, do you ever come to Hamilton area? Or do you ever come to Stony Creek? And about probably 3 or 4 times out of every friggin' 10 times that I ask, you'll be surprised. Thank you for hitting like, by the way. Everybody hit the like button for me, please. Gets the video out there. Whoever just hit like, I saw that. Then I just lose my train of thought. By the way, guys, I want to address something. I put up a video last night and I've removed it. It's not that anything bad is in the video. There's nothing nefarious. It's not me committing a crime or assaulting Walmart workers or anything like that. It was a rant because I was very angry because my doctor ended up basically ducking me for a month, and it got to the point where I got sick again and started getting marks all over my legs, and my platelets got low again, and I'm getting my blood tested, and I don't know what my results are because this guy has my results and he's not calling me. Like, I'm going to the lab and they're sending them to him. So I ended up being bad Neil yesterday and getting a hold of him on the phone through something they call a backline. Never heard of that, but I guess it's a way they get. I have doctors and medical staff and families can get a hold of the doctor. The secretary called, put me through on a backline, and I got him and got prescriptions because he confirmed that my platelets were just over 60,000. So I was right again. And now I have a bunch of times and dates in my phone when this guy is going to be calling me. Because another thing, I tried calling you every day since Christmas. No, you didn't. I've been watching my phone like a hawk, my friend. I saw the vid. I really hope they get on time. Okay, you saw the vid, so you can confirm that I didn't. Nothing nefarious. It's not a video of me like doing anything crazy. But I took it down because it wasn't a positive video, and I had to put up a warning for coarse language, and I don't like using a bunch of, like, I was angry, and I don't like showing that in my videos to you guys, so that's why I took it down. I was pissed. But Nate, thankfully, 20 minutes after what happened, I had medication. I was on my way to Walmart picking up prescriptions, and I'm on medication, and my platelets are going up as I sit here. So that's good. But it was a message to you guys, I guess, that once in a while you got to be a bad guy. They say honey attracts more bees than vinegar, but the squeaky wheel gets the grease, if you know what I'm saying. And I had to be a squeaky wheel yesterday in that case, because literally I'm not going to sit here and die because I'm not getting a phone call. You know what I mean? Ridiculous. Terry Mott, aggravation, you can only take so much. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted you guys to know, whoever noticed the video that went up, because it had 30 views or something when I took it down. I just didn't want anybody to think that it was anything nefarious, like I was on drugs or something and put up a video, like tweaking out on video, and then panicked and took it down or something. No, it was me foaming at the mouth, angry, basically, and I had Charles Manson eyes in the video. Speaking of Giuliano, who got the deal, he might show up. Surprised he's not here yet, actually. But he actually closed the Smokey and the Bandit deal. The guy put it down as sold. And he's picking it up in the morning. So done deal. And it's a car that he did not have. So that's awesome. And you guys seen the video with Herbie. I'm still stoked about Herbie. That turned out to be, like, it's basically those black boxes, I always wondered about them, and they're basically a Hot Wheels Elite with a little less detail inside, and the doors and the trunk and hood shut. The doors open, the hood and trunk used to open on it, but they're sealed shut. Wild. And I also seen, so they did a DeLorean, and what was the other? Oh, they did Knight Rider too. I was wondering, Knight Rider, like, does just the doors open and the hood and stuff doesn't open? Because I guess they're meant to be entry level. But the thing is, they take a nice picture that Herbie takes, has working suspension. Like, it's a beautiful car. Like, unless I got an Elite Herbie one for dirt cheap, I'm keeping that. I'm not going to upgrade it. Like, if I got a dirt cheap Elite version that the hood and trunk open, then I would upgrade it and I would sell that. Or I wouldn't sell it, actually. I would sell it and give the money to Dave. What am I talking about? I'm used to the car being my car, and you know what I mean, selling it to upgrade. But you know what? I wouldn't upgrade it because Dave gave it to me. So if it was my car and if I wanted to do it, that's what I would do. You guys know what I'm saying. I've done it for a couple cars now. My Hot Wheels Elite DeLorean, I sold it to my friend Will to get the Super Elite DeLorean, for example. That's another thing. Don't forget income tax time, guys. I usually get a big car income tax time. That's when I got my Super Elite DeLorean. That's the most expensive car I have, is the Super Elite. Actually, I'm going to go out of camera frame for a minute, guys, because usually I show cars in the videos for you guys so you're not bored. And I haven't been doing it for this video, but I actually have one in arm's reach. And it's awesome because I could show you guys. So I actually had out the Super Elite DeLorean. So this is the most expensive car of my collection. This is from AliExpress, believe it or not. I was nervous waiting for this. If you guys, I have a lot of new viewers that aren't familiar. I waited about almost a month for this, and man, was it nerve-wracking watching that tracking. And at one point, something weird happened with customs. The black box must be Fast and Furious Charger. Oh, you have a black box Charger? It only has opening doors. Oh, yeah, they did make a Fast and Furious black box charger. I forgot about that one. I would bet money that's what it is, Nate. And what's weird about the Herbie is it kind of pisses me off a little bit because the hood and trunk, it's like they took back detailing because you weren't paying for it. You know what I mean? Like I could see not adding details if it's costing money, but don't take them away. Like it literally costed them glue and bolts or whatever. The trunk feels like it's bolted shut. The front of it looks like it's glued. Dave said he bets you somebody could take one of those apart. Like if you took it apart, you can get the hood and trunk opening again. But then it wouldn't have a motor in the back probably because they probably didn't do that. Who we got in here now? Dropping a like. Thank you, my friend. And thank you for everybody that's here. And everybody, please drop a like because that gets the video out to everybody. There's 10 of us in here and almost all of us have dropped a like. There's 2 people that didn't drop a like.
And it won't let me drop a like.
So so one of them's Glenn, but it's making him do the sign-in thing. So, damn it.
Stupid YouTube crap.
So I'm usually showing you guys this thing in hover mode. I think we're going to play with the tires while I'm sitting here talking.
And it won't let me comment and say hi to everyone either.
It's not letting Glenn comment or say hi to everybody either. So yeah, but the thing about this, guys, I love it because it goes on the base and it does all this cool stuff, right? But what I never address or do, I always kept it in hover mode in the video for you guys and that, but we never play with the cool stuff that came with this thing. So, what was that?
Something fell, though.
Yeah, something did fall.
I didn't see it. I just heard it land. Here's my flashlight.
Oh, okay. I got it. The wipers plug it. One of the wipers, it has a little hole and a little peg, and it goes in and out. And sometimes it comes out. It's not broken. You just plug it back in. Kind of weird, but so this comes in a huge box. Like this box here has an outer box that's really nice. Actually, I'm gonna get the outer box. Hold on. And these are still on AliExpress. And you know what else is back on AliExpress? They have the Hot Wheels Elite Ecto 1 back on AliExpress. I seen that back on there. They have the Ecto 1A for a long time, and now the 1 is back on there. It's getting expensive. It's about $250 now or something like that shipped on there. But yeah, this is the outer sleeve, but so the story with these guys, with these Super Elite DeLoreans, I don't know about the rest of the lineup. Like they made a Super Elite Knight Rider that talks and plays the theme music and everything. Apparently the DeLoreans, the story I heard, none of them are licensed. Apparently, if they're all bootleg, because apparently what happened is Hot Wheels gets a hold of a company in China and says, I want you to make me like these, like take our DeLoreans and soup them up, whatever, right? And apparently this company made a big batch of them. And then at the end, Hot Wheels said, we changed our mind. We don't think anybody's going to pay that much money for them. And left the company with a bunch of them. See the tire. Oh, by the way, I should be showing you guys. The tires come off of this so easily. Like they just plug in and out. Everything's so nice on it. But yeah, so apparently they left a bunch of them in China. So of course there's a bunch of them in China for sale out of China. And then the tooling, another person was using the exact same tooling and made a bunch, and I think those are the ones that have the hoverboards that don't say Mattel. But even if you got one of those, that's the worst part about it is the hoverboard doesn't say Mattel because it's the exact same tooling. First thing we'll check out is the 50s tires. This thing comes with a lot of accessories. The Hatchworks, no.
I have an old Erdl Chevy Vega I brought loose and had a steel car hatch. I saw the hinges through the back.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It does. So the front on Herbie, that looks like it's. I could see where they sealed it with glue, but the back, I swear to God, it feels like it's bolted. Like it starts opening and it moves just a little bit.
I'll be back.
Yeah, so I bet you that's what it is, rivets. And Glenn's going to blow his nose. He's going to come back. So the good thing about this car, guys, if you order it for $320, you might say, damn, you know what I mean? But you're getting a lot of bang for the buck because you're getting all three cars in one. You don't got to buy all the different versions. I will tell you that the wheels don't turn because of how big they are, but I don't care because it looks awesome. And I mean, really, are these toys for kids or toys for us to play with? But just to show you, I'll show you the top tray here. All the accessories are laid out on it. First time I put it together, it actually took me a minute. And this comes with the little hoverboard, just like the basic Elite one has as well, that Glenn has. When I ordered my Elite, I ordered Glenn's Elite at the same time because we could save a little bit of postage through AliExpress. We got a few cars like that. I ordered it his when I ordered mine. So it comes with a lot of bells and whistles here. It comes with, oh, perfect. Ooh, don't want to drop. This is actually magnetic. It sits beautifully on there. The whole thing is just well done. Do I got it right, or is it? Yeah, right like that. And it's magnetic. So, of course, the hoverboard says Mattel. Now, like I said, I have seen some of these hoverboards where it's supposed to say Mattel. If you zoom in, it's actually 4 or 5 little dots. And when you look at it from a distance, you think it says Mattel because it's so small, but it's actually dots. So if you can, make sure that your board says Mattel if you get the chance. So hard to figure out where all this stuff goes, actually. What the? Okay, you know what? We got the sleeve here. That's what we'll do. Okay. Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay. So we're making the 1955 version, the Pahachi Drive-In version, it's called. And it's done. It's already made. The other parts are for the other scenes, so we'll do those ones. But wait, it's not showing us that little thing that looks like the lawnmower motor. Okay, that's where it's at. Okay, it's on the clock tower one with the pole. Okay. So this is the Pahachi Drive-In scene right here for the Super Elite. And then all you have to do to go to the Shormash Ravine, or what's it called? Shomash Ravine, whatever, is that part is easy. We're just going to go like this. What the heck? What came off? Oh, the thing came off, damn it. Good thing it's rubberized. Glad it's not resin. I know. Sorry, it's been a while since we've had a live, guys. I had several people asking me when we were going to do a live again, but we've just been getting videos. On Saturdays, we've been getting some good videos out. So, okay, so we do need this guy for the next scene, so it's a good thing I grabbed it. So, the next scene, and by the way, even though technically I have all three of these cars, guys, you know one that I would love to own? By Sunstar. It's the one that comes with these train wheels and the base. You can get the base that has the train rails. And the car sits on the train rails. It's by Sunstar. It looks awesome. Now these do roll a bit, but they don't steer. But yeah, the way they did this, it's pretty impressive, and I can't believe that if the fabled story is true that Hot Wheels bailed, I can't believe that. That's crazy to me. Okay, those two are on. Thought that tire did something funny for a minute when I put it on. I got nervous, but it didn't. Nothing funny. This one's not turning though. Okay. There we go. So these ones do turn. So that's simple for the other movie scene, but that looks killer. I would love to be able to custom make, and I'm sure, you know what? Maybe I'll ask G.
Sorry, guys, in the comments if I'm missing anybody. Yogi Preston, hello, good evening, my friend Yogi.
And that is good to know, Nate, about the, because Dave mentioned that. He said, I bet you could take these apart. I'm going to start tinkering with something like that. I'm going to do it on video. But I would love, I'm going to talk to G. Maybe he can get some rail, like, from like, you know, like a toy train set or something like that. Or I wonder if like small, you know, like the small I-beam type stuff, like, but it's miniature. I wonder if that would work, something like that. Because I would love to do something that it could just sit like that on it. You know what I mean? With train tracks, that'd be killer. So the next one we'll try. I've never actually done all this, I don't think. And there it goes again. Good thing it's like a rubberized, guys. It's not a brittle plastic. Good thing it just like bounced. Yeah, I've never checked out all these parts. I gotta watch it too because I'm on the steroids again, so I get very, very, very energetic. I noticed I was pacing back and forth earlier. Okay, so this I'm gonna have to look at the box to see how we do this. Okay, so the next one is going to be, we'll do the clock tower because that has the most parts. Hill Valley is just the car in hover mode, and that's how I've had it. But the clock tower has everything else, so we'll do the clock tower. So, does this come off or? Okay, yeah, it does come off. So the Mr. Fusion comes off. And by the way, I think the version of this, well, we know the older black boxes. We now know that they're called Heritage Hot Wheels Heritage. Same with the red box. I think one of them, either the red box or the black box, they updated the boxes. I don't know which one of those is the updated box, but everywhere I see online, those black box ones are being called Heritage. And I noticed that the version of the car in the box, it looks great. It looks like a Hot Wheels Elite sitting in there, but it says Mr. Fusion below it for some reason. I know the car does have Mr. Fusion, but it's almost like they're calling it Mr. Fusion version. Okay. Pay attention to what is going on here. So this lawnmower looking thing, you plug it into the back. And it's easy. Everything is like
like plug in with a little peg type thing. And then we need our pole to catch the lightning. And I probably, at one point, there's a certain order I'm supposed to do, and I probably messed that up. Okay, so I think the pole sticks out of here. Yes, it does. Okay. So this, yeah, and I think, okay, so the pole plugs into this little thing. Or does it? Yes, it does. Okay, so now I got to remember, it's got to be this way so I could catch the lightning, catch the... Sorry, guys, I'm not ignoring the comments. I'm just trying to put this guy together to show you guys. And what did Heavy Nate say? IG. Oh, G's in the house. Hey, G, I hope you don't mind. G is the guy that scored the deal of the week this week. It's been a minute since I put a deal of the week up. There's been a lot of good deals lately, guys, but it's been a minute since I've been shopping for one. G nailed a monster tonight with that Smokey and the Bandit. You guys know the type of deal that is. G, everybody in the house here was saying that's a killer deal that you got, my friend. Again, $50 for the 1 of 18 scale Ertl Smokey and the Bandit. Mint. Still has the straps. It just doesn't have a box. That's it. It's got the CB antenna. Nothing funky about it. It's got paint, a little bit of paint, factory paint rash. But if one of those didn't, I'd question it, to be honest with you. It's kind of like the the Sergeant Slaughter, the Holy Grail wrestling figure I had. They were a mail away, so they came in these poly bags. And over the years, I guess it caused a reaction. So every single Sergeant Slaughter figure, it doesn't matter if it's mint or not, they all have little green spots on the figure. If it doesn't, it's counterfeit. Like every single one has it, and it's because they came in those bags. And I am really trying to remember how this goes. And why did I put Fusion back on? I got to pay attention. Okay. So we need... Does this plug into here? No. So the pole definitely... Okay. I am baffled by this because I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be putting this on first and then this plugs in somehow. Okay, I'm trying. It's been a minute. I'm going to have a moment and I'm going to go, oh yeah, that's how it goes. And I'm having that. I just had that moment. Yeah, right there. Yeah, it's literally just a little peg that plugs in, a rectangular one in this case. I knew I'd figure that out. I was baffled, but if I handed you this, most of you, the first time doing it, you'd be a little bit puzzled, but then you'd get it as well. Little parts, and it didn't come with instructions, just pictures on the box. So you have to look at the box kind of close to see how everything goes. But everything fits together nicely. Nothing weird or anything. So there it is with that rod sticking off the back with everything. And this has all the details of the Hot Wheels Elite from a couple videos ago that got so much love. Beautiful glamour shots I put on my Facebook of that car if you didn't see it, guys. The only thing that I don't like about this, that Glenn's Normal Elite and Willie Davidson's Normal Elite, my old Elite that I sold to get this, the only that beats this is, if you notice, this here is a lot thicker than it should be. This stuff here that lights up. And I think it's because of hidden wiring and stuff to make it light up. I think they had to make it thicker, because Glenn's regular one doesn't light up and it's thinner, right? But I can live with that, to have it light up. I mean, looks awesome. So this version here is just a regular 1985 tires. And this car does have bigger tires for the back and smaller ones for the front. So it doesn't matter which order these tires go in. But yeah, everything fits together beautiful. It does not feel like a cheap Chinese knockoff. Like, feels like, yeah, it feels legit. But apparently these DeLoreans, the story goes that Hot Wheels bailed on it, and none of them are official. My dream, like I said, is the Super Elite Knight Rider. Glenn's got the Super Elite Batmobile, that chrome one. That's gorgeous. So there
I
is.
love that in the Ghostbusters.
Oh,
That's
if they
the
made
one.
a Super Elite, can you imagine taking an Elite Ghostbusters and getting the sirens in that goal? Why didn't they make a Super Elite?
I'm getting hard on just thinking about it.
Yeah, a Super Elite, get this. You could almost make one if you knew how to do, because they sell sirens. Like, you know how people make the police cars light up? Get the sirens for the Ecto, and then you could get that sound chip. Remember the one that I used? I'll put this one here in the post edit. The one from Amazon that I used to make the Joyride 1 of 18 Knight Rider talk and say phrases. You could put the Ghostbusters music on that, and you'd have the Ghostbusters car with the siren and the music. So we could do it. We could make the Ghostbusters play music. We just needed to figure out a siren.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. So we have the version here, guys. This is the clock tower version, it's called. Where it just... Actually, this is the part here where we should be... We'll take it through a run with the clock tower version. I always do it in hover mode, but this is the mode we should do it in. Flux capacitors fluxing. Too soon, guys. I didn't put the the coordinates in. What am I doing? My bad. I screwed up. Gotta start over. There's the flux. I love doing live like this because I could show you guys things so well like this now. Just sitting here and not having to hold my phone. And we just set in the coordinates. See, I think there's electronics. Well, I don't think, I know. See, because it lights up. So they probably had to make it a little bit fatter to... But I have no regrets. This is the most expensive one of my collection. $320 shipped from AliExpress. And no regrets still to this day, guys. All this time later. Sadly, this is the only one of the Super Elites on AliExpress for a good deal. If you see other ones, they're a crazy price. And it's because of the story of what happened with this, about them being made in China from Hot Wheels commissioning that company, and then they changed their mind, and that's, yeah. Because I thought, oh, maybe there'll be good deals on all the other ones on there. Nope. Wrong. And like I said, my dream is the Super Elite Knight Rider. That's my dream. But income tax time, I always pick out. I'm gonna pick out for us to unbox on the channel. a heavyweight, something that I could not normally get throughout the year. That's how I got this one last year. So this year I'm going to figure out something for us. And hopefully it would be awesome if something came up on Marketplace like a killer. I said early in the video, this last couple weeks, killer deals on Marketplace. Giuliano got one tonight. Happy birthday, General Lee sold for $200, guys. If I would have seen that, it was in the box mint. 200 Canadian. If I would have seen that, I'd have sold something to get it. That is an amazing deal. And also, an Ertl Authentics General Lee sold. Now, that's not quite as screen authentic as a Silver Screen Machines. It's the one below it. It's got the headrests. It's got a little bit of a different flag, a little bit of a different font. It's got the chrome. I'm pretty sure it's got the charger on the side of it that shouldn't be there. It's for $175 though. It beats the heck out of just a regular Ertl Dodge Charger General Lee, because you can't even get that for that usually. I seen one with a beat up box for $175, a flag box Charger General. But usually people are wanting $250 for those basic ones now. So $175 for an Ertl Authentic, sign me up. But yeah, that sold as well. So this week I seen some pretty heavyweight cars. There's actually a Bandit mint in the box right now for $150, which I don't think is a terrible price, actually, guys. For a Smoky, and the box is mint. When I got mine, I paid $125, and this one, the box is really good. So I think it's a decent deal. And this is the mode that I keep it in, guys. And you know what one of the selling features is? Is a little piece of plastic. You're going to laugh. Where did I put it? Oh, right here. This is something I wanted for my Jada one, my hovering one, to display it before I made it hover. And that just this little piece of plastic, and it's cool. It has the Hot Wheels embossing, Back to the Future on it. But this plugs into the bottom. It's got little pegs. You can only do it one way, so you can't do it the wrong way, because if you do, you'll notice it's not proper. And it sits very securely in hover mode. Like this sits in my burpee all the time like that. Look at that. And don't worry, I'm not going to be one of those idiots that drops it. I know what you guys are thinking. He's going to drop it. He's one of those idiots. I'm an idiot, guys, but I'm not one of those idiots. And I moved it and got it wrong. But yeah, this little piece of plastic is one of the things that got me so excited, because I always wanted to be able to just have one of these just displayed in hover mode. You know what I mean? And it was just a very cool feature. At the licensing on the bottoms, I've never really looked at this. Universal Studios and U-Drive Joint Venture Hot Wheels. 2015 Mattel, made in China. So it's got the Hot Wheels logo, is everything on it, but I guess the company, U-Drive Joint Venture. So I guess U-Drive was the company that they contracted to do it, and the company that they bailed on, by the sounds of it. It said, from what I heard, we don't think customers are going to pay for that, so we don't want it. And boy, how wrong were they? Because, yeah, it's pretty awesome. Okay, I'm going to put this down because I'm not paying attention to you guys because I have ADHD and I'm paying attention to this thing. So I'm going to put this away. So, yeah, confirming what we were, some of what we were talking about, the black box stuff. This will be post-edit. The black box stuff, like the Herbie that I got from Dave. Actually, hold on a sec. Glenn, chat with them for 1 second. I'm going to go get Herbie, guys.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
I'm leaving Glenn with you for 30 seconds, guys. I'm going to get Herbie.
Sorry, I have a bit of a cold.
So, guys, it was actually a big deal for me to open this Herbie this week because I kept seeing these black box, like something about that black box is attractive to me, the way these are boxed. Just a very nice looking box. And they always fetch good money. And they made the DeLorean, the Back to the Future DeLorean. They made, like Nate said, the Fast and Furious Charger. They made several of the, basically, it looks like a lot of the ones they did in Elite, they did in the black box. And I always wondered, are they an entry level? Because you never see them cheap. So it's good to know what we're buying. Because if you see a black box for $300 and an Elite for $300, can you imagine if you made the mistake and bought the black box when you could have bought the Elite? So it's very good to know just the little differences like that. And I've wanted to know for a long time what the deal was with these. You know what my aim is to find out next, and I don't think it's going to be an easy one. Another post-edit picture, but I'll explain to you guys what it is so you know. Hot Wheels made a very limited edition DeLorean. Well, they did these cars. I know Giuliano will know what I'm talking about. Hemi Nate will probably know. I'm going to catch up on the comments in a second, guys. Oh, hey, Stretch is here. Hey, Stretch. Sorry, I just saw you there now. So they did these cars in tubes. They're display showcase tubes, I believe they're called. And the car just sits in this big plastic tube. And they did several. And they look amazing. And I seen one online. There's none on eBay or anything. Usually the cars that come in these tubes are numbered. Like they did the Gas Monkey Garage car in one of 18. And I think they made 3,000 something. Like most of these cars are numbered. They did a bunch of Batmobiles in these tubes, if that rings a bell for you guys. But they also did a Back to the Future DeLorean. And I got pictures of it. I'm going to put it on Facebook because I can't find any on eBay or anything. I don't even know where I got the pictures of this thing, but I've got pictures of it. And it's not a custom because you could see the nameplate in the tube. It actually says DeLorean Time Machine. I got to know because you know that thing's not going to be cheap because it's rare. Now, if you buy that thing, are you getting the Elite where everything opens? Or are you getting the black box in a tube? Because knowing it's the bang for the buck factor is very, very important, guys. Like, because can you imagine buying that, paying like $400 or $500 because it's a very limited edition one in a tube, but then it's a starter model. You know what I mean? Although the starter models, I gotta say, they look killer. Like you guys seen the pictures that I took. I'm very happy with it, and I'm convinced somebody sent me pictures of their Elite Herbie, and I put it side by side with this, and it's identical looking. So I'd be really interested to know that DeLorean that's in the tube. Okay, I'm going to look, guys. Catch up on the comments. Hey, Neil, put your gloves on. Yeah, you know what? That's a good point because I just wasn't planning on handling cars. Yeah, all Neil's doing, turns out I know the guy selling it. Yeah, G got a wicked deal on a Smokey and the Bandit car. Hey, Neil, put your gloves on. Hey, everybody. Hi, Doug. Fancy alarm clock. Hi, Glenn. Just a 62 old Sterling. Hi, Glenn. Hi, Glenn. Just subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Matthew Fields. Robert Keys Grieger thinks that's awesome. Matthew Fields, thank you for subscribing. In a nutshell, the goal of this channel is obviously we love die-cast cars. We love movie cars. We unbox everything from cars that are worth $1,000 to cars that are $25. Everything from a high-end muscle car to we do everything because we want to know what the models are like, because sometimes you get a die-cast car that
you think is a piece of crap. And I've opened a few on the channel, and we're blown away by the details. MotorMax is one of those companies that I used to knock until I started opening them. But the overall goal of the channel is to build your dream collection on a buck. And we give each other tips and strategies and help each other. And some of the cars, the 1 of 18 scale movie cars that we get on Marketplace and Kijiji, the deals aren't as far between as you think. Like a lot of people, myself, used to think that's a fluke. You know what I mean? But then I started seeing these cars over and over again for a crazy deal. Like the Godfather car, I must have got 3 or 4 of those for us. Like I got myself the Godfather El Padrino Jada. I'll put the picture here, post edit. 1 of 18 scale Godfather El Padrino Jada. $25 I got that for, guys, on Marketplace. It's just a matter of putting the work in and shopping for them. And after you're putting the work in for a while, you start recognizing what things sell for. And I don't mean what somebody has something listed that hasn't moved for 6 months. I'm talking that Bandit car. For example, if G didn't buy that Bandit car, I said to Glenn, that by the morning, that'll be sold. Like usually anything that I say, look at this, it's a killer deal, blah, blah, blah. By the next day, it's got a sold on it. And that Bandit, if Giuliano wouldn't have grabbed it, tomorrow it would have been gone. But you start recognizing and what the real prices are. Because some people will post prices and put the word rare and say this and that, and it's literally an $80 car, and they've got it marked for $200, $300. You know what I mean? But you start to recognize what things move for, and it's very important to know what things don't move for. Like if something's been listed for a year, it's not a good deal. You know that.
I would have got that, but I need a box. Yeah, after I sent it to you, I realized that. I sent you a message and said, damn it doesn't have a box. Yeah, you're a box guy. But yeah, Giuliano's like me. He will display it and get a case for it or something like that. And again, Giuliano, like I mentioned to you, I don't think that there's one of those Bandits without paint rash. Every other Bandit owner I've talked to, it's the way it is. They all came from the factory with a little bit of paint rash. So yeah, it's good that he's disclosed it though and was honest. But mine had paint rash, and I talked to an old school collector that said, Neil, I think they all have it. It's just one of those models. And thank you, by the way, Doug, for coming. I'm not too fussy on boxing.
Yeah, me neither, Hemi Nate. As long as they're giving you a good value for the wrecked box, because if a box gets to be too bad a condition, you got to count it as a loose car. You know what I mean? Once the box gets so bad. Like Dave's Herbie, he's good with stuff like that. He could have fixed the plastic, but it wouldn't have been original to him. Like it would have been tampered with. You know what I mean? Dave is similar to my friend Stretch, where that's in the comments there, where it's got to be just. And I know people that are like that. There's nothing wrong with that. I used to be the exact same way with smaller stuff. I never used to open anything until I got into the bigger stuff. Sorry for chewing, guys. Holy cow, 18 people in the live. Holy cow. Smash like for me, everyone, please. And anybody just getting here, that's what we were talking about tonight. Marketplace deals. A lot of us, when we start collecting, we think that it's a fluke, or it could even look like a scam, because we're trained our whole life. If it's too good to be true, it is. But if you get that alarm bell, you're right to get that alarm bell, but just do a little bit of homework. if it's somebody selling it that you've seen, kind because you get to that's another thing I'm going to tell you. If you're on Marketplace regular, you get to recognize the names and you get to recognize this guy's got good stuff for sale. Like there's a man that I've never met that lives in Caledon, Gord Atchison. I don't know how old he is. I think he's an older guy though, because he's got cars for days, and 80% of them don't have a box, but they're all in mint condition. And he's got some good stuff. I have him saved as one of my sellers. So you could save good sellers as well. But you start to recognize who the good guys are and who the bad guys are. Like there's some guys that ads that'll come up, and as soon as I see who it is, I just click it off because their prices are woo. But thankfully, like I said, the algorithm gets to know what you look for. A lot of times I've opened up Marketplace, like that Bandit tonight. As soon as I opened up Marketplace, it was sitting there. Like I didn't even have to search Bandit. Several of my deals of the week just came up like that, and it had just been listed. It said just listed, and it was right at the top of the list. And thank God, by the way, guys, I got to get better control of myself, because when I find a good deal, I get excited. There's times that I'll go in a store and I'll walk in and there'll be a ton of stuff they just restocked in the morning or something. Or I'll find something somebody's looking for, a chase. I've called Giuliano before at 9 o'clock at night, and if he didn't know me better, he would have thought I was getting beaten or something. Like because I'm on the phone, he'll pick up the phone, hello, like he's all relaxed. Get over here, Centennial Walmart, get over here. Like I'm just panicking, right? But he knows that what's going on, and he gets it out of me what's going on, and then he comes over, you know what I mean? But it was the same deal with the Bandit. I called him today, and I was just babbling to a Marketplace, blah, blah, blah. And so he opened up his Facebook, and he seen what I was talking about, and he got it. But yeah, I must have sounded like I was in a panic when I was calling him. That was funny. But I get that's where I get my high, is finding those deals, guys. It's not from finding a deal and selling it to somebody else and making money from it. I get my high from finding those deals and helping other people find those deals. The Scarface car as well. I've got me and my friends several of the Scarface car with the figure. I got Dave Herod one for $75. Scarface. I believe Giuliano is another one that got a cheap Scarface, like $75 or $100 or something like that. But we've gotten a few cheap Scarfaces because the Jada Toys Scarface and Godfather, those are ones that when they were in the store, they weren't hundreds of dollars. So people don't have to mark them up that much. You know what I mean? Because they're awesome and everything, and I love them. But most of the detailing is in the figurines. The car, they take a nice picture and stuff, but the wheels don't steer. You know what I mean? Like they're definitely not an Auto World or an Ertl. It was funny, but I knew you had something for me. Yeah, when I call you like that, Dave understands too. When I call Dave in a panic like that, he understands now if I'm called. Because usually if I'm going to call somebody, I will message them first and say, hey, is it a good time? Because it's rude to just call somebody. So I'm glad that you guys know that if I'm just calling you through like that, like if direct line through, like it means that there's something that I don't want it to get scooped. I want you to get it. And it's awesome because that's what I love, is for one of us to get it. One of us to get it, you know what I mean? Like one of us watching here, one of our retro maniacs, one of us in the family to get one of these deals. And guys, 15 people and 14 likes. Thank you. That's killer. And the one that's probably not the like is probably Glenn, because he can't sign in. There's something happening. Or can you?
I didn't like it, but it won't let me comment.
Oh, so he liked it, but it won't let him comment for some reason.
I can't even see
17 people. Hello, everybody that's in here. Any new people come in, say hello. The Scarface figure with the caddy is... Oh, yeah, I love that. They did such a good job with the figurines. Wow. that's the one thing Jada Toys did with the figurines. They killed it with I did a shoot with Reservoir Dogs today. I did a glamour shot shoot. I'll put a picture right here, post edit. And they got Michael Madsen's likeness good with the gas can. He's standing there with the gas can and that. And the Godfather card, the Godfather and the El Padrino with the Hitman and with the Godfather sitting in the back of the car, they knocked it out of the park with that, with the figures. Crazy. And again, that's Jada Toys, but for some reason with the figurines. Oh, guess what, guys? Before I let you go, there's something on Marketplace right now that's a killer deal, but it breaks my heart. You're not going to believe what I seen, and I can't believe they made it. No, that's me because I'm lazy. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, thank you, Robert, by the way, for clicking the like. So on Marketplace, you guys know how most of us are nuts about movie cars, and we need our figurines to go with the movie cars. And the figurines are not friggin' cheap. Okay, if you buy resin ones, they're not cheap. If a company knows you're going to use it with a friggin' die-cast car, it's like they don't want you to have it cheap. Okay. So I was on Marketplace, and what comes up? Revell. You guys know how I love Revell, right? Like we got a Revell here. I'll show you. I just got to get out of the frame for 30 seconds for these guys. But these are 1 of 25 scale Revells. This is what I'm talking about, okay? I wish they made them in 1 of 18. This car, I hope the camera's going to do it justice. These figures are molded in the car. This is from Bullet from the chase scene. They did so well. That guy, see the Hitman on the passenger side? You could see his hand reaching under with the glove on, with the silencer on the gun. The guy driving the car looks like he, with his horn rim glasses, he looks like he should be on the offender registry, the SOX offender with those horn rim glasses. But they knocked it out of the park with these. It's funny because Glenn, the Bullet car is mine and the Charger is Glenn's. Glenn, I would rather have the Charger because the two figures in the car, I love this. It's amazing. And I took pictures of these two. They're 1 of 25, and they did real good on Facebook, believe it or not, for just being 1 of 25. So anyway, point is I love Revell, okay? They made stuff like this. So before I let you guys go, what I seen on Facebook, you guys can't see it now, but post edit right here. What it was a Revell American Graffiti, the Impala. Okay, Revell, 1 of 64 scale, the Impala, American Graffiti. And it came with a figurine, you know, the nerdy kid that drove it in the movie? It came with that figurine. And I'm like, oh my God. And it's $25 and it's in Guelph, 40 minutes away. $25. And I've never seen that before, right? Made by Revell. I'm like, oh my God. If that's 1 of 18 scale, I've got to have that because I'm planning to get the 1 of 18 scale Impala. Because ever since G bought me that Mercury, I want the whole line, right? And the Impala, there's one in the box for $75 right now online. So I thought, if that is 1 of 18 scale, how perfect would that be, right? It's like his Greenlight made the 1 of 64 scale Bullet, and they made 1 of 18 McQueen figures in the package with the car. But those, you can't find them now. But then I zoom in on the package, 1 of 25 scale. It's such a nice detailed figure, guys. It would have been perfect. So we figured that it's probably, because that car is 1 of 25 scale, Mr. McQueen right here. And it looks to be about the same size. It's got the same base on the bottom. And this is a Revell figure. So this would be, Glenn, what you'd be getting right here. But can you imagine? And for $25, so you'd be getting the one. I would be tearing that open. Like it's older. Like Glenn said, oh, it'd be cool. But like Glenn was talking about, I think he was collecting them, whatever. I said, if I got that, rip, that figurine would be coming out of there because how perfect is that? But they had to do it in 1/25 scale. Crazy. Wow.
Catching up on comments, I have the 58 Impala. Terry, that is now on my list. And yes, I am Canadian, my friend. Yes, sir. And no, that's Charger. Here's Johnny. Hey, my friend. Have you seen the 124 Knight Rider kit car? Yes, sir. I used to own that by Jada Toys with the working scanner. I had kit and I had car. And by the way, that Knight Rider car by Jada Toys, if that's the one you're talking about, I still can't figure this out. We were all looking for it in Canada, couldn't find it anywhere. Every time we picked one up in Walmart, it was car, right? They didn't have them. I found one in the store. I found only one of Knight Rider. Guess where I found it? Canadian Tire of all places. Found the one there, went back looking for all my friends, never seen one again. Couldn't explain it. Like they didn't go to Walmart in Canada, but Canadian Tire had one. No, this is 118, my friend. I wish this was it's one of 24. I mean, I wish it was one of 18. This is by a company called Revell. So it looks good in pictures, and but it's not like a silver screen machines or anything like that. It's nothing crazy. But what they did the best with these is the figures that are molded inside, like that Hitman. You can see him holding the gun underneath his jacket with his hand on the silencer on the end of it. Trying to get it good for you guys. It's weird because the camera's reversed.
Good thing he didn't shoot the driver by accident.
Yeah, he's aiming it right at the driver. It's funny, but yeah, these are by Revell. They made model kits that you put it together, but these are the ones that come with the cars already together and they have the figure in the package. Post edit, those guys there. Those are one of the few that I want to get mint and keep them in the box and not take them out. Just something about these. I would like to get a set loose. I already have the Bullet with Steve McQueen, the 1 of 25, but you guys know the 1 of 18 auto art is the awesome Bullet, and Ertl's another favorite. But yeah, for 1 of 25, these Revell does good stuff. But yeah, that was my heartbreak of the night, guys, was why did Revell 1 of 25? Like it would have been like the figure is so well done, guys. Post edit if you want to check this out. Wrong side. That figure there, and it's on Marketplace. And before I say goodnight, because wow, time flies when you're having fun, 1 hour and 7 minutes. So what I do with this is I download it, and it takes a minute to download, and because it's got to do all of its checks and stuff overnight before it lets me download it. Make sure that we're not on here just putting all kinds of illegal stuff and talking about friggin' Soxo fonders and stuff like that. You know, they don't like you talking about grapers on here. People that grape people. So they run scans to make sure you're not saying all those bad words and stuff like that. So once it runs all the scans, it allows me to download the video, and then I do my editing magic to it. So you'll be able to see pictures of stuff that I was talking about. And I love this laptop being able to do it in this format and be able to see the comments and everything. I love this, guys. I'm loving this. And yeah, again, one last about my health update. I've had to kind of act like an ass to a hematologist that wasn't answering phone calls and stuff like that. But I ended up getting a hold of him and getting medication. But I had to act crazy to get him on the phone. I'll put it that way. But I've been back on steroids and on some other medication for a day now. So my platelets are going up as we speak. So, and I feel good as we speak. So that's another good thing. So, guys, thank you for the love tonight. We had as many as, I think, 19 people in here tonight, something like that. Everyone goes more and more and more. Awesome for you guys to take the time to come hang out. We tried to do this on a Sunday night one night, and it just did not work. So Saturday's our night. I think we're a bunch of Nighthawks. I think 9, 10 o'clock's our time. So I think when we do this, we're going to keep coming back at 9 p.m. Saturday, and it gives us a chance to do other stuff afterwards. For example, I think UFC, when I was watching it, I think that used to start at 10. So you watch retro, and then you could watch UFC, you know? So, guys,
Hey, sorry I'm late. Oh, balls. Well, Shawn Michael, I'm sorry, buddy.
Well, the good thing for you, Sean, is we're signing off now. But the good thing is, overnight, this will be edited and put back up. So you're not going to miss anything. And you actually got to come say hello. So there you go, my friend. This will be up tomorrow, Shawn Michael. Interesting video. We just talked about marketplace deals. Giuliano got a $50 Smokey and the Bandit car. Mint didn't have a box. It was the Ertl with the CB antenna. Still had the straps, just no box for $50 local. And then we just talked about some other stuff. It was cool. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Everybody that watched it, smash the like button for me. Thank you. For those that are going to watch it post-edit after I'm done here, smash like for me. You know, it keeps me motivated. Keeps my brain, the hamster on the wheel, moving to keep churning out these ideas, and it keeps the videos going to other collectors. Make sure you hit the bell notification. That way you're getting my most recent videos. And as always, guys, happy hunting. Boop, 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 boop. Good night, good night, good night, good night.